Good morning. Who is ready for another unboxing video? I have the October 2021 Your Creative Studio box. Now, all kidding aside, this is my second time doing this video because we had technical difficulties yesterday when I did this video originally. So I've already opened it. I've already gone through everything once. I will go through it again for you. So, as usual, Your Creative Studio. I will go through a bunch of this. So we have thank you for your purchase. Hope you would enjoy our October collection. And from the looks of it, and I already know, unfortunately, it's a fairy theme. So isn't she cute? So there's a lot of fairy themed items in here. So we'll throw that on the card. And we will get to reviewing the items because I've already opened them. Sorry. All right, so first up is one of the beautiful cling stamps. Let's see if I can get that to focus. Why is it not focusing? What else is in? Okay. Anyways, they are very nice. They're very detailed stamps. Let's get that out of the way. There we go. There's a nice focus. So a little fairy, two little fairies actually, with sitting on a branch with flowers. They're very cute, and as usual, as I always say in each of my unboxing videos, there is a plastic protective cover on here that reveals the sticky, so you can attach it to an acrylic block. You just have to be very persistent to remove that. All right, so we'll leave that aside. We have two other blocks, stamps, and these ones are blocks. These are on wooden blocks, so they're actually really nice. They as well are very detailed. Where is the focus? Okay, there we go. Sorta. Why is it having so many difficulties today? Not sure why. Anyways, she's very cute. Little fairy with a bunch of flowers in her arms, and she is surrounded by a woodland area. All right, so we've got that one. And then another one, this one almost looks like a little boy, but I'm pretty sure it's a little girl. She has a skirt on. All right, let me get this. And she's surrounded by the woods as well. Maybe I need to take the autofocus off. All right, so we've got her. With lots of flowers. They're very detailed, and I really like the fact that they're very detailed. Some stamps you just get an outline, and those are nice in and of itself, but these ones are really, really gorgeous with the amount of detail that are on them, and it does come through when you stamp them, so it's nice. Next up we have these little note sheets, which are really quite nice. Again, still keeping with the fairy theme. She's very cute, just sitting there, almost looks like she's reading a book, but she's got a bit of a globe or something in front of her, so maybe it's a seed pod that she's working with. These would make great, you could use them as journaling cards, or you could use them as bookmarks, put a sheet behind them, or put some coffee stained or lined paper on the back and use them as journaling cards, or like I said, you can make them into tags. And you could also make them into bookmarks. They would be really nice to use that way as well. Another item, I think there was, what is there, about 30 sheets in here, looks like. And this is like a journal page or a ledger page with various columns, but it's all miniaturized, which is really cool. And then you've got like the little receipt section here, and it is perforated. So you could, you know, just rip that off and just use the little stub part. So those are really cool. They would look really nice along the edge of a page. You could even put them along the top of the page and use the different column sections for your headings. So how cute are those? All right, we have this, which is really adorable. There's 50 sheets in here, and these are all vellum. Hold on, let me see. I had this open before, and it made it a little easier and to see some of the vellum sheets. So I'll open this just for now. I'll go through it with you in a minute, but what happens, if you want to see, it's easier to put something white behind it, and then you'll be able to see the images on the pages. So that's someone's report card. Poor kid. Didn't realize his report card was going to make it into pages of history. But there's invoices and there's receipts. And this one is even a brunch menu, which, you know, seems really, really cool. So you've got all of these to use in your collages, add to your labels. There's various colors. This one is really nice. It's just plain except for the title Life at the top. So you could actually, you know, just use that as a little to-do list in your bullet journal. That would work really well too. So lots of choices in here. There's another menu, Sandpiper. The Sandpiper restaurant with their breakfast and luncheon and dinner entrees. Very nice. I really like these. Why is it when things are miniaturized like this, we just find them so stinking adorable? Anyways, that is that item. So now I'll go through this one, which I thought was really, really cool when I first opened it. These are sticker pages. I can't remember how many are in here, but they have different images in here of nursery rhymes. So these are definitely Alice. There's Humpty Dumpty, or I think this is still all Alice in Wonderland. These are all images from Alice in Wonderland. And then here we have a newspaper, an old newspaper, since 1885. So, you know, it's pretty old. But they're stickers, so you could attach these to a background page and use it as a journal card in your junk journal, or you could use it for collaging. Either way, they're sticker. Look at the stamps. They have an amazing array of stamps in here. It's really, really nice. So you could fussy cut these out and add these to your page. Again, these are all like advertisements for different products that were sold over the time periods. You could fussy cut these out and add those as an item in interest. So very, very cool. Here's another one. You've got, looks like a invoice ledger, whatever. And then these are like stamps. I can't remember if those were like food stamps or travel stamps or whatever. And then you've got some ads for different things that you can fussy cut out and add those to your page as well, and your collages. More little kids, not necessarily fairies, but definitely little children in different situations, you know, rolling about, carrying flowers. More children, but then here, this is Alice. Of course, everyone knows Alice in Wonderland, and the Cheshire Cat, and then there's the White Rabbit down there. And some more ads, and this one's even got a Christmas theme. A couple of them have Christmas themes, which are nice. And then a map. Then, oh yeah, and then there's this one, which has a lot of writing instruments. There's ink, and there's pens, and there's pencils, art gum, and whatnot. So definitely an artistic theme to that one. And then more stamps. So look, we even got a dinosaur, and we've got the Queen. So very cool. Nice selection of pages there. Washi tape. So when I reviewed this yesterday, the washi tape is a little bit of a problem this time. It may be, no, it's super, super sticky. Okay, but it's very cute. It has really nice images of the fairies on it. but it's not peeling cleanly. It's ripping at the edges. It is so stuck to it. It's almost like it's been on its roll for way too long. I don't know if anyone has experienced washi tape like that. So it's difficult to peel, and it is shredding on the side. It's not peeling off nicely. And it's leaving some of the sticky residue behind on the edges, or sorry, the tape underneath. And I did notice yesterday when I stuck it down, it was not staying. So my tip for anyone using washi tape, like, this is still usable. You're just going to have to be, if yours is like mine, you're just going to have to be very careful about how you peel it off, because it is super stuck. The adhesive is super tight, but it's, like I said, it's leaving a residue on the layers below, but it won't stay. It's not a permanent, sorry, I'm trying to get back in frame here. It's not a permanent tape. So even though you stick it down on something, it's not going to stay. Washi tape is meant to be somewhat removable and repositionable. So my suggestion, and I know a lot of other paper crafters will do this too, if you're going to put this on a project, put some different adhesive on the back. Run it over a bit of glue stick, or use your beacon glue, use your art glitter glue, whatever, but use something to help the adhesion, because otherwise, like, it won't stay. It's going to lift very quickly. So that's just a tip for anyone who isn't familiar with washi tape. Some of them are really good. Some of them will stay for ages, but others, and I'm seeing this one, and I can tell by the feel, because like I said, a good portion of the sticky is being left behind on the next layer, so this is not going to stay. So it needs some help. All right, so next up we have, and this one's made by Your Creative Studio, so we've got a little notebook, which is really adorable. And there's 3 different designs in here. So you've got that fairy, and you've got this one, which is also on the card. And we have this one. So very adorable. These would be great little note cards, journal cards. Make them into a tag, or collage. Like, the possibilities are endless. You just need to use your imagination and go with it. All right, now this one, so cute. I can't remember. I think there was 10 of those sheets, and then I think it says that there's 10 of those sheets, and then there's 45 of the rest of the stickers. So there's a bunch of stickers in here, but the box itself, look at the gold foiling on it. It's just, the box itself is so pretty, with the collaging that it's done with butterflies and the different elements on there with the flowers and the newsprint, and it's really cute. And there's a little bird down here. Anyways, on to the inside stuff. So as the package said, there are several pages. There's 10 pages in here, and quite a few of them are vellum. So if you stick something white behind it, you'll be able to see it better. So there, we've definitely got some really gorgeous flowers, definitely in a mauve and purple hue. There's some reddish ones. There is a pink one, very diffuse, very watercolorish. When it comes to the painting. So those are vellum. Not all of them are vellum. There's a couple more here that are vellum. So it looks like there's 5 and 5. Very purpley hue to it. And then there's a rose. And then you have some pages that are just the flowers. They're just paper. But these would be so pretty added to a page. So it looks like it's got a bit of a botanical theme, which, typically goes along with the fairy theme, because they're woodland creatures. Right? Right? According to everything I remember. Okay, and then we have a lot of washi stickers. And some of these are cut out really in really interesting ways. So they're kind of like fussy cut for you. But so we've got mushrooms and we've got flowers with like a newsprint background. Then there's quite a few with the newsprint or, you know, a book page type dictionary background to it. More mushrooms, pages with flowers, and there's quotes. There's a multitude here, lots to choose from, and these would be really cute as additions to a tag or whatever. Look at the bird, like it's just, they're very detailed. And these are vellum stickers. Sorry, I forgot to say that at the beginning, but these are vellum stickers. But they're so adorable, and there's so many different ways and places you could use these. Like, it's not just one theme, so definitely have some fun with those as well. I've got a couple different items and ideas for those in one of the junk journals I'm making. And then we have the stickers. Amanda usually creates a page of stickers, so these, you know, lift off. Don't want to, but they're not see-through like some of the black and white ones, but they are colored. So they're not, you know, they are a little transparent, but they're not completely transparent. So those are cute. We have, and then we have our patterned pages. Now these ones aren't stickers. These are just paper, so 6x6 papers, but beautiful floral prints on these. Almost looks like old-time wallpaper. This one reminds me of like wallpaper from the 60s, 70s. And then, but it's beautiful, the images on here. So you could use these as the backs for some of these pages, you know, if you want to just have it as a tag or something. You could make journal cards out of these. You can use them in the background for your collages. You could use them as an actual page in your junk journal, or as make it into an envelope. These would be cute. 6x6 is a great little size to make a very small envelope that you could tuck some of these little vellum stickers in and have a little surprise on one of your pages. So that is it. Of course, the tissue that it was wrapped in. This one has a paper. It's not as tissue like the usual ones are, and it's got a yellow hue to it. So this one's nice too. This will work. So a lot of really cute things in here. I'm going to show you how a couple of these things stamp, just so you can see how cleanly they do stamp. One thing I will mention, originally I had subscribed for up to the October. I hadn't decided whether I was going to subscribe for November and December, but I did. I did go online and do that. Be aware, now there is a shipping fee. There wasn't before, and I checked back on my previous purchases. They were originally free shipping. That has since changed, and I did see that there was a shipping charge added to it. Now, it's $4. I ordered a 2-month subscription, so I've got November and December coming, and it added $4.88. So, granted, $2.44 US isn't that expensive when it comes to, you know, shipping compared to what else is in the box. But when I'm looking at it from a Canadian dollar point of view, it's getting a little up there because I also have to pay some taxes on it. So in all, it's coming up to, you know, about $75 Canadian for me for 2 boxes. So that's still, you know, it's $35, $37 per box, and now I have to, you know, really start weighing the pros and cons if I want to continue getting this subscription, because that's starting to push the limit on what's in the box and what I can budget for. All right, so having said that, I have a couple little journals that I am working on. These are the mini ones that I'm working on, but I know I had a specific page that I wanted to use one of those stamps on. So on one of these pages we have this wonderful little oval frame, and I'm thinking one of these stamps would just fit perfectly in there. So this is what we're going to do. So we'll just move these aside. I'm going to get my, I have my acrylic block here, and where did my little, oh well, it should work without it. I'm not worried too much about it. I usually have a little spongy pad that I use underneath, but that's okay. Don't have it, we will work without it. So we have Stays On, pretty standard black ink. This one is what was I going to say? Oh, I don't need my acrylic block for this. Duh. Permanent, archival, and it's not water. You won't have any problems with water. You can use watercolor paints or sprays or whatever on this, and this will not run. So we are going to use, and let's hope my stamp hasn't dried out. I have more ink if I need it. And I'm going to grab a little sketch pad page first, just to see if I'm getting any ink. Oh yeah, that came out really well. Alright, so actually, why don't I just use this as my little stamp pad? Sorry, I keep forgetting I'm not in frame. I will get used to that. Alright, let's add some more stamp, more ink, stamp, stamp, stamp. And let's see if we can get this somewhat centered. And the big thing when you're stamping, make sure you hold it there just for a few seconds so you let the ink absorb into the page, the paper, whatever it is that you're stamping on. So it doesn't have to be excessive, but there we go. We now have, it's going to focus, a cute little stamp right in the oval. Very cool. Very detailed. And it would have been fine if it hadn't been, you know, come out as detailed. You can also, you know, just because you can be consistent throughout the pages that you're doing, here's a fairly blank page, and I don't have to have a whole lot of ink on my page, but I can stamp down in this corner, and we call it second generation stamping. So you can see that there's a stamp, but it's not perfect. You know, so there are some lines missing, but it still adds some interest to the page, makes it look a little faded, a little antique, whatever, and that way I have, you know, a similar stamp somewhere else in here, which adds to the cohesion of a junk journal and the pages that you're putting in it. So, excuse me, that is that one. I have the other section of this, so I have, why don't we do it on this page? I want to try these two fairies, the little girls, on the branch. So we have stamp, we have acrylic block, ta-da, stuck. All right, now the other way to apply the ink is to press it down using the stamp itself. And once you see that you've got, looks like all the lines are black, you could use brown, you could use red, you could use any color you want. But I am using the Stays On, and same thing, just hold it there for a few seconds so that the ink actually soaks into the page, and voila! Now isn't that stinking adorable? I have fairies in my junk journal. They are so cute. Okay, all right, so that is those stamps, at least a couple of them. Cleaning up with these stamps, the best thing to do is have a little bottle of alcohol and a tissue or a rag, whatever you want to use, and clean it up with the alcohol. So, you know, you can use paper towel, Kleenex, wet wipes, whatever, but just give it a spritz with alcohol because these inks are alcohol based. Now, do not worry about, you know, getting every little bit of ink off your stamp. Over time, as you do more and more stamping, I know people who don't clean their stamps at all. They will get stained, but you know what? It doesn't change the quality of their impressions. So don't worry about getting it perfectly clean. I just don't want to get, you know, black all over everything else if I forget, to put it in some sort of protective coating. Damn, that's sticky. Okay, and of course now I don't know, oh, there it is. I was going to say I don't know where the sticky covering plastic backing is. So there's multiple ways of storing your acrylic stamps, or sorry, your cling stamps. Maybe I'll go through some of those. I have a couple different storage options that I use. Just depends on the stamps. And maybe I'll do a video on that. Let me know in the comments if you're interested in seeing how to store cling stamps, because if you get some of these subscription boxes that do have cling stamps, or you buy some acrylic or cling stamps off, you know, whatever site that you're getting your paper crafting supplies from, they add up, and they're not the easiest thing to store if you start getting a lot of them and you're not sure where to put them or how to store them. So there are a lot of ideas on YouTube about that, but let me know in the comments if you would like me to do a video on a couple of the storage options that I use. With that, I am going to sign off until the next unboxing, which will be the November one, and as usual, it takes until pretty much the end of the month before I get the box. So I will do an unboxing video at that point in time. If you like this video, you know the saying, you know the routine. Please hit the like button. If you want to see more videos and you know, want to let YouTube know that you are enjoying these videos, the like button is the way to go. In addition to that, please subscribe. I would love to have more subscribers if you are available and want to keep watching these videos. You can also hit that bell to be notified each time I post a new video, and it will automatically flag your YouTube. It'll put a little checkbox or a little dot on your bell and let you know that there's a new video from me. With that, I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I will see you next time. Bye.